everyone, so looks like the first review for this highly anticipated Zack Snyder movie Rebel Moon's review just dropped on Rotten Tomato, and I see this was trending on Twitter, and I was thinking like, whoa, I didn't know this movie's review are supposed to be coming out today. And I see this, when I saw this, I was like, looks like the initial Rotten Tomato score for this movie, which was 5 hours ago, it opened with only 9% on Rotten Tomato score. Can you imagine working on this movie for last 2 years? This is one of highly anticipated movie for Zack Snyder, and this is supposed to be a kind of like a Star Wars type movie for Netflix, and getting this low score on Rotten Tomato, only 9%, that's gonna hurt. That means that since then I see this movie's review on Rotten Tomato score, it has gone a little bit up. Looks like now, as of now, based on this 40 review, this movie is sitting on 25%, which is still rotten, and this number is still so low. And when I read some of this review, especially all the top critic gave this movie rotten, and I read some of this review, they're quite harsh, unfortunately. That means I have not seen this movie, and this movie is supposed to come on December 21st. So I personally couldn't comment on the movie because I have not seen. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm still quite excited to see when it comes to review for especially Rotten Tomato score for Netflix original movie. They're always tricky. Especially this movie I saw last week, Leave the World Behind. That movie is actually, it's not that good. I don't know. How is that movie sitting such a high score on Rotten Tomato score? That movie overall doesn't make sense, the way it ends. Because at the end of the day, okay, I get it. When you are a professional critic, you are marking everything. That movie's ending, it should not be getting fresh. Although you can see that Leave the World Behind audience score is quite low. It's really low, like it's rotten. So when it comes to Netflix original movie, they are tricky. Sometimes I feel like this critic, they are quite harsh on Zack Snyder movie. Some of them even point out this movie is only for Zack Snyder cultist, and I'm like, whoa, what is that supposed to mean? I'm just here thinking about, you make this movie, like it took him 2 years to make, all these people are so hard on it. I just feel bad. End of the day, you gotta feel bad for him. Then again, he's not new to this kind of controversy. I see people are really mad at this score on Rotten Tomato. Unfortunately, this score means like, it means like this is the percentage of critic liked, like based on, I guess, the out of 40 people who reviewed this, only 25% liked it, and which is like really low still. So you like Leave the World Behind, that boring movie, and you don't like this one. End of the day, it did have quite impressive production design, although I really liked the last trailer. So I don't know how this movie is. I guess end of the day, you have to see the movie and decide how it is. I'm still excited to see this because I'm excited to see Charlie Hunnam and Ray Fisher. I'm excited to see Ray Fisher. I hope he done good job in this movie. Although some people are praising him. I don't like Sofia Boutella, as I said in my last video. So I'm not excited to see her that much. But I do like that Zack Snyder, he tried his best. Obviously, he's a visual storyteller. Some people are saying like this story building is not that good enough, and I'm here thinking like, even though it's not that good, how you are giving this movie such a low? Some of these people are quite harsh, especially all these top critics. None of them are fresh. None of these top critics, they like this movie. Like, why you are like so serious about this movie? I don't know. I find it ridiculous. Last week you give Leave the World Behind fresh, and this week you give this movie rotten. Yeah, when it comes to Netflix original movie, they can be very divisive. So that is what I also gonna say end of this. So this doesn't mean this movie is bad. It just means like this much people didn't like this movie. End of it. That is what it means. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about the score? If you enjoyed about this video, don't forget my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.